Hello, everybody. James here, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the second video that I'm going to be posting, and before anything else, I would just like to say thank you to those of you who watched my first video and left me some kind words through the comment section or through DMs online. It means a lot to me, and I really appreciate that, especially since the topic last video was a bit more personal. And yeah, again, thank you so much. So going back again, my name is James. I am a digital artist from the Philippines, and I like to make drawing videos and share some of my thoughts on here. Just let out some of the things that have been running through my mind or things that I want to get off my chest. I don't really have a format for these videos. I just like to ramble and talk, more like a stream of consciousness type of discussion, anything. So yeah, like I said, I make drawing videos, and the one that I'm drawing right now is my second OC, Suho. So Suho is a first of a little project that I've been planning to do. So a couple months back, I was really obsessed with Fruits Basket, and I really got inspired by the 12 Chinese zodiacs. And yeah, so I just decided that I wanted to make my own set of 12 Chinese zodiac characters, if that made sense. And so I believe it was in February of 2021 where I drew 12 chibi boys. They basically are original designs of what I would think each year would look like based on my characterization, my idea. So very excited to redraw them because, like I said, they were chibis back then. So I've been meaning to redraw them as grown-ups now. So Suho Choi is definitely the first of his kind, of many more actually. So yeah, if you're interested in getting to know more of his character, his backstory, he is heavily inspired by Yuki Soma from the Fruits Basket anime. And yeah, so even down to how he looks, it's very, you can definitely see the inspiration. So if you want to check out some of the things that I've posted about this specific OC, I made a short little backstory on him, a character sheet, and also a theme song. I posted it all on Instagram and Twitter as well if you want to follow me there too. I will be posting my links down below, so feel free to follow me if you're interested. And without further ado, let's go right into our topic for this video. As you see in the title, I am going to be talking about recharging your beauty battery. And if you don't know what a beauty battery means, it's just basically a term that a friend of mine told me that they apparently read from an article, and it just basically I just picked it up and use it every time I need to be talking about my energy levels, my mental health, my current state of mind. Having a job sometimes can be stressful, and I think it's safe to say that I did have quite a stressful week heading up to this weekend. So yeah, but like I said, I intended this channel to be a bit of a therapy session for me. So I do love that I get the chance to talk about it, talk about some of the things that, stressed me out. But at the same time, some of the things that I did uh, to get out of that stress, to get out of that funk, and, give myself some self-care, pamper myself, a relaxation day, if you will, which definitely helped recharge my beauty battery. So if you're still watching, I am basically just going to run you through what happened during the work week, and then probably sort of like run through a self-care routine that I did over the weekend while watching, my drawing of a character doing self-care. You get what I mean. I I intend this video to be a little bit more positive compared to the first one. The first one was definitely a bit melancholic, especially since I was reflecting on some of the struggles and anxiety that I had the past year. But I'm hoping that this one is, a bit more calm, a bit more chill. And so, yeah, if you're looking for some company, feel free to stick around with me. And if you like what you're seeing or you're hearing right now, feel free to drop a like and subscribe to my channel if you're interested. I would love for you to be a part of my community. So let's get started. So before anything else, I started out this week feeling very motivated, I must say, because just to share, I have a deadline to meet towards the end of the weekdays. So Friday I had to submit basically 2 months worth of output that I only literally got 2.5 weeks to do. So it was a very rushed thing. But I was determined, like, especially since, some of the things that I talked about last week, or in my last video. I'm not sure if it was actually a week, but anyway, in my last video, I was talking about, we have to be hopeful, and we just have to find people to show us, I guess, like, motivation, the brighter side of things, right? And so I was very pumped up at the beginning of this week because, I've had friends that I got to spend more time with over the New Year's. It was really great, it was really fun. And I was very pumped up to really do well, right? And then internet issues came. I mean, it's so surprised. Everybody goes through internet issues and stuff. But when your job literally depends on internet, as most of us do, I would assume, it gets really, really, really frustrating. And beyond the frustration, I think it also affects your productivity, I guess. Obviously, if you have to wait 15 to 30 minutes for something to load or for something to download every single time you try to do something, it tends to slow you down. And that was definitely something that I had to deal with this past week. We were having connectivity issues. Connection? I'm not sure. But yeah, we were having issues like that. And it's one of those things that are beyond my control. I was literally waddling around our house trying to find stronger signals or places where the internet would be stronger, just so that I can download this specific file or I could access this site or our system and stuff. So it was definitely hectic. And over the course of the week, little by little, as the deadline like crept up, I was starting to get nervous because I wasn't getting anywhere with the thing, with the reports that I was supposed to be doing. And the worst of it came Friday. So Friday came, right? I was doing my regular routine. I was watching live streams, meditating, preparing, all the good stuff. You to set your mindset for work and productivity and stuff, right? And things just kept going wrong. I was getting disconnected every single time. I had to reboot my internet multiple times. It was definitely tough, and it was stressing me out right from the get-go. And I think it was in the afternoon where I was starting to really feel the pressure, because the deadline is in a few hours and I am nowhere done. And it's one of those things where it's not even in your control anymore, I guess. So yeah, it was very tough. I ended up just like trying my best, to stick through it. I rendered overtime, which is honestly never really a good feeling. But the worst part of it all was that I didn't even get to file it because our internet is so bad. I couldn't access the reporting system for it. And so I had to talk to my manager, and he was like, well, do you have any other ways to prove your overtime? And I'm like, not really. And so, he just told me, just go find some way to do it. And I was like, well, at this point I'm too tired to really care, so I just let it go, which is kind of sad. I didn't get paid for the extra work, but we got past through it. But anyway, I was mentioning to my friends, I rendered almost 16 hours that day simply because I had a shit ton of things to do. And it was really frustrating. It was around midnight and I was still trying to access things. I was still trying to update certain files. It was crazy. So I do believe the deadline wasn't moved, but since I'm strategic about stuff, I knew that these people that I'm going to be submitting these things to are not going to be looking at them on the dot. I know for a fact that, because think about it, if you're at work, right, and it's a Friday, are you really, and the deadline is end of date Friday, are you really going to sit there by the end of your shift and look at 60 reports to check on them one by one? I don't think so. I really don't think so. And so I just told myself, you know what? These people are asleep. They're not going to be looking at this for up until next week. So I have the weekend to upload these things. And so I just told myself, you know what? Let's close it. It's getting too much. You're stressing yourself out too much. And so yeah, I just kind of shoved it off of the way and told myself, you know what? This weekend we need to relax. Okay? We need like 2 weeks off. You know how I did 2 months worth of output in the span of 2 weeks? I had a mindset of like coming into this weekend that I need to have 2 weeks worth of relaxation like squeezed into these 2 days. So I really tried. It's very difficult, but it still worked out in the end. Just so you know, I've been planning this video for a while. I really wanted to post it over the weekday actually, but like I said, things got really hectic at work. so I didn't get the chance to do that and my drawing. But it kind of ended up working out, because then my drawing kind of like matches the theme of what I wanted, or what I ended up talking about, recharging after a very, very long, stressful week. And so, the first thing that I did on Saturday when I woke up, I said, like, I wanted to have a relaxing day. And so, the first thing that I did was actually set a mindset. Set a mindset, kind of weird. But yeah, I kind of like, basically wired my brain to think, okay, it's the weekends. You're normally very calculated and very structured type of person. You always want a routine, a program to do. Well, we're going to strip that away for these next 2 days. You are going to sit there and allow your body to just autopilot. And autopilot my body did. I kind of just did things without really thinking about it. I think I still ended up doing some of the things I would normally do, like watch streams and stuff, play Genshin, the normal things. But I ended up doing it in a way where it's not as thought out. I usually would be like, okay, I've been watching a stream for 2 hours now, for 3 hours now. What can I do on the side so that I could prepare for the next thing that I'm going to be doing? I usually would be thinking, will stream end now, or will this video make it fill up this 30 minutes that I have free? Because obviously, that's how I kind of like think. You have to budget. I always have to budget my time, because I don't want to waste, my time and stuff. But something about this weekend, right? I was determined to relax. I was determined to chill. So I just said, you know what? We're gonna do whatever it is that our body and our mind tells us to do. And I ended up doing that. And it's honestly really, really good. It's a really good feeling to sort of like let go and not really care much. I haven't really done that in a while, because I've always been stuck in this routine that I have, that it was scary to try to think about not doing it. And honestly, I somehow kind of like fell into some of the normal things that I would be doing, but like I said, it was more haphazard. Like, I didn't really think much of it. I was just doing whatever, talking to people, browsing Instagram, browsing Twitter, whatever it is over the weekend. And so yeah, that was my Saturday, basically just doing whatever, catching up on some YouTube videos that I wanted to catch up on, or catching up on some shows that I've been meaning to start. It was really, really fun. And that continued on until Sunday, where I just did, practically the same thing, but with different sites this time around. And so now we head for Sunday, right? Which was basically Saturday 2.0. I was just letting myself do whatever my body is willing to do. It's not even things that I want to do. It's mostly just what feels right at the moment. I was just like going through the motions, not really caring much. And another thing that I learned over the weekend is, I could block off my routine for a bit, just allow myself to autopilot. But other than that, another thing that I learned, or I did was to indulge myself. I indulged myself in things that I wouldn't commonly allow myself to indulge in, because I think, it's a waste of time. Like, for example, TikTok, right? It's a big time sink for sure. You can get lost in all the videos on there. Even sites like Instagram and Twitter, it's also very, very easy to just lose yourself and just keep scrolling and just keep looking at whatever content that there is in there. But to some people, it might come across as wasting your time. But I like to believe that choosing to waste your time is not a waste of time, if you get what I mean. I felt like I indulged myself in a lot of TikToks over my Sunday. So I was watching my friend's stream, right, in the morning, and they said that, okay, I'll be ending stream now. I might come back later. Just, hang around and wait and see. And so I was like, okay, I'll just chill out for a bit, just do, continue on this autopiloting mode, basically. And so I ended up looking at stuff on TikTok. And I was watching a lot of different things, a lot of funny cat, or not just cat, but like honestly pet videos. And I also watched a lot of cooking videos, and a lot of entertaining stuff on TikTok. And I was watching it, and I didn't notice that I've been watching it for hours. My friend came back and said, I'm gonna go back and do a stream again, and I'm like, oh shit, it's been that long. I was watching this girl yell at their dog because they're a cream colored Shih Tzu, and all of their babies are like black puppies, and she was like, how did this happen, princess? Oh, you look at you, you're white, you're cream, why are your babies black? And I'm like, this is hilarious. I kept rewatching it. But yeah, so I learned how to indulge, not just in the internet, like social media sites, by the way. I also indulged in soda, in chocolates, food. I've been trying to eat healthier recently, since over the Christmas season, right? Your boys definitely bulked up quite a bit, alright. I felt like I grew an extra layer over the holidays. I also indulged in YouTube videos. I kept watching YouTube videos. It's just very entertaining to do these things. And on top of having that mindset of me just autopiloting, it's just such a freeing thing, especially if you've been trapped in a certain routine for a very long time. If you're commonly a free spirit and you just do whatever it is that you want to do, maybe these things that I'm talking about won't seem much to you, right? But if you're somebody like me who's constantly on the grind and is always busy with something, it's such a load off your back when you finally just get to do something away from that. And this weekend was definitely really, really good. So yeah, I guess that's all for now. I think I was able to share what I wanted to say, what I wanted to share for this video. If you're somehow still here at the end of this really long one, thank you. I appreciate you sticking around. If you're interested, be sure to click on the subscribe button. If you want to see more content from me, hit the like button and the notification bell so you can get notified if I ever upload again. I don't really have a schedule. I mostly just upload when I feel like it, but I do have ideas. I do have plans on what type of discussion I want to have in the future. My brain is always just working and doing its own thing, so yeah, I don't think we'll ever lose or run out on topics to talk about. But again, my links are listed below if you're interested. I hope to see you next time, and I want to leave you with this. Make sure to take care of yourself. As they say, a firework, no matter how brilliant and dazzling it will be, if it's dampened and burnt out, nobody will get to see it. It won't burn bright in the night sky. I hope you have a wonderful day, and feel free to share your self-care tips in the comments below if you want. I hope I was able to give you some nice company for this video, and as always, thank you so much for being a part of my journey. I hope to see you again, but until then, I'll say bye bye for now. This is the final product of my drawing session. It was really nice drawing him. I actually had a very therapeutic time doing this little piece that I made. I'm still a new artist, I'm still learning, and I'm excited to learn more with you guys. And yeah, again, links are in the description. Take care of yourself, and I hope you have a wonderful day ahead. Thanks for being here.